What separates those who dream from those who do? It's not just intelligence, money, or luck, it's attitude. Attitude is everything. And no one embodies that truth more than Elon Musk. He wasn't handed success. In fact, he faced failure over and over again. But the one thing that never changed was his attitude. Elon Musk wasn't born a billionaire. It's the mindset that says, I will keep going, even if the world tells me to stop. Attitude turns obstacles into opportunities, pressure into performance, and failure into fuel. You can have all the talent in the world, but without the right attitude, it's worthless. And you can have every disadvantage possible, but with the right attitude, nothing is impossible. When he started SpaceX, experts laughed at him. He had never built rockets. NASA veterans said he was insane. He poured nearly his entire fortune into the company. The first rocket failed. The second failed. The third failed again. Most people would have quit. Most people do quit. When others say it's impossible, attitude says, watch me. Not because he had to, but because he wanted his team to know he was in the trenches with them. He wasn't above the grind. He embraced it. They want the reward without the risk, the trophy without the trial. But that's not how greatness works. The people who reach the top like Elon are the ones who show up every single day, no matter how hard it gets, and they show up with fire. That's what attitude looks like: humility, resilience, and obsession with growth. Starting a car company in an industry dominated by giants? That was a crazy idea. Yet Elon's attitude didn't allow room for doubt. When critics called it a fantasy, he turned it into a revolution. When investors pulled out, he put everything on the line. Not just his money, but his reputation, his energy, his entire identity. That's when your mindset is tested. That's when you discover what you're really made of. But Musk didn't. He said, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. That is the power of attitude. Start facing challenges with a mindset that says, I was built for this. And go after your dreams like your life depends on it, because it does. It decides how you use what you have and how far you are willing to go to chase what you don't. It goes to the one with the strongest attitude. Attitude is what drives people to get up after they've fallen 1,000 times. He used it, and he proved them all wrong. But none of that matters unless you start to believe them. Elon didn't. He faced more doubt than most of us ever will, but he never let it control him. Elon once said, persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. That's not just about hard work. It's about belief. It's about standing in the storm and saying, I'm not going anywhere. Your goals might seem impossible. But remember this, your attitude is your superpower. Use it. Think about it, Tesla wasn't supposed to succeed. Why? Because he believed. And belief is a byproduct of attitude. It needs someone who dares, someone who believes, someone who refuses to give up. It gives you strength when you're exhausted, and it gives you vision when others only see darkness. A strong attitude doesn't just help you win battles. It makes you unstoppable even when you're losing. It gives you clarity when everything is chaos. When others panic, attitude stays calm. When others retreat, attitude moves forward. Elon Musk once slept on the floor of his factory. So many people want success, but they want it easy. It's easy to be motivated for a day, but attitude is what keeps you consistent for years. What's your attitude when you fail? When you're criticized, when you're broke, tired, and alone? Elon's journey shows us that attitude is more powerful than intelligence, more powerful than money, more powerful than connections, because attitude is what drives everything else. People will doubt you, that's guaranteed. They will laugh, dismiss you, insult you. He took that doubt. Your situation might be tough. Start believing in yourself. Start refusing to quit. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't go to the one with the easiest path. Let Elon's story be your reminder. The world doesn't need another person who plays it safe. So fix your attitude, sharpen your focus. Your attitude is the difference between where you are now and where you could be. Make it count.